It starts with a prologue to do the passage of time between the end of the First World War and 1928. And the central character involved in that is William Joynson-Hicks, who in 1928 was the Home Secretary. So, stage directions. Highly stylized. 1918 in a caption. Joynson-Hicks is standing for election as MP for Twickenham. He addresses a meeting. Singers of the characters of Hall and Mackenzie are in the audience as ordinary punters. A fanfare.
You all know me. I'm William Joynson-Hicks, the hero of the motorist. I back the rights of cars.
Hooray!
The war is over.
Hooray!
Germany is defeated.
Hooray! Peace at last!
Oh no, my friends, not peace at last. A state of watchful readiness. We must cow the Huns still further, bomb his village and his town, bring his German hubris down. We have to punish anything Hunnish.
But that would be to punish innocent civilians, helpless and unprotected.
What better time to punish them than when they're unprotected?
Hurrah! Stanley Baldwin, Secretary for the Treasury, comes forward and congratulates him.
Majority 11,000. Well done, well done, well done. You've crushed the Labour man and won. Always pays to bash the Hun.
And to bash the Hebrew too. It's time to demonize the Jew. One moment, please. One other thing I want to do. And now, a word to all you Maccabees, Zionists and such like Galileans. I've lent on your electoral support. With your sustaining hand I fought, but now I have no need to be so winning. I'll climb the greasy pole without you. This is only the beginning. So I say, Jews, to the lot of you, I'm heartily glad to be shot on you.
What a fine example of our good old British ways. Now we can go back to the good old Victorian days and good old Victorian prejudice.
A victory for morality and over bestiality. What next? What next?
Baldwin turns over the calendar to 1919. Enter a newsboy. Extra, extra, massacre in Amritsar, unarmed crowd. Colonel Dyer ordered troops to open fire. Casualties in hundreds, maybe higher. The newsboy exits.
Right, too. We have to show the Indian we're boss. We have English values to put across. And, in case you've all forgotten, we must sell them. Lots of cotton.
Oh, well done, Jix. We'll keep the empire yet. What, would you like to be a baronet?
Oh, I don't mind if I do.
Calendar goes to 1923. Baldwin is now Prime Minister.
And will you join the cabinet?
I don't mind if I do.
I think I've got a vacancy. The Home Office. I think it's free.
I rather like that, too.
It's yours.
Turns calendar to 1924. They shake hands. A tremendous chord. Jix is revealed in all his absolute power.
I am the Home Secretary. I am the ruler of the kingdom now.
Great heavens! I'd rather be back in Worcestershire breeding my Tamworth pigs than try to keep a muzzle on Sir William Joynson-Hicks.
He exits. Jix looks round, self-satisfied.
Yes, there will be many changes. I am the master now.
Enter James Douglas, editor of the Sunday Express. The calendar changes to 1926.
Hail, hail, Minnie Mussolini, idol of the we free. We think you're the bee's knees, and whatever vice you're trying to suppress, we guarantee support from the Sunday Express.
Good boy. Good boy. Now, fetch.
Douglas bounds off.
Where are the standards? Where is the respect? Where is the authority? License is unchecked.
James Douglas
Sexy
returns.
dancing everywhere, flappers flapping in the air. Charleston feel what a stink. Culture trending on the brink.
Frenzied with intoxicating drink, from which all righteous people shrink.
Close those clubs, arrest those whores. They've got to learn respect for laws.
Round up the aliens, round up the socialists.
Jix is frothing and about to get wildly carried away. Douglas worries at his sleeve.
Drunks drinking on the Sabbath, drinking out of hours.
Oh, sin! Oh, shame! Almost worse than pederasty.
Sex in the streets, filth.
I will mop up all the sex in London.
Enter Mrs. Mayrick, a club owner.
You'll need a very large bucket, Ducky.
Who are you, madam?
Kate Mayrick, nightclub owner, the 43.
Notorious haunt of artists and pansies.
I want to thank you for your good work, drumming up my trade. Never was sin made more attractive. Come to the 43 for orgies every night. They're flocking in.
I closed you down.
I know, I just opened up again next door. That's all you're doing, don't you know? Beating the poor pederasts from bar to bar, like pheasants.
What about the police?
The police are doing very nicely too. The handouts help to supplement their pay, which, as you know, not the most generous.
You should be in prison.
I have been, thank you very much, 5 times. A proper education that it was.
You are an immoral woman.
Oh, Sir William, I'm a rich woman. I've had 7 children, put 4 of them through public school, and will the other 3. One day they'll marry the nobility. I just want to say, keep up the good work. Harrow and Rodine don't pay for themselves. Toodle pip.
She goes out singing.
Oh, you birds, come sing around the lane. Now Mrs. Merrick's out of our way.
Douglas follows her to the door, snapping at her heels. Fade to blackout. Scene 1, calendar set to 1928. Douglas reappears with another newspaper in his mouth. He deposits it in front of Jix and wags his tail.
The Sunday Express, the voice of sanity and cleanliness. The Well of Loneliness by Miss Radcliffe Hall. Unspeakable horror, utterly degrading. Rather give a healthy boy or girl a phial of prussic acid than this novel, shade of Oscar Wilde, still polluting our novels and our plays.
Sexual inversion, sexual perversion.
What's the difference?
Don't know, don't care, it's all filth. Flaunting public places, pestilence, young lives, leprous as dog dirt, on the streets everywhere. On your shoes, clean it up, clean it up. Use the law, Sunday Express demands, use the law.
Radcliffe Hall appears dramatically, a figure of vengeance like Azucena in Il Trovatore. She has a cardboard cutout dachshund or a toy dog, Wotan, on wheels which she pulls on a string.
Yes, yes, use the law.
Use the law.
Yes, the law.
We demand the law. Miss Hall?
Yes, I am she whom you have so produced, whose name you have trampled so in the dust. I will have justice. I will have retribution. I will have the law.
I will be the judge of that.
Oh, will you, you miserable maggot of morality, you mite of mediocrity. Sit, Wotan, sit, Wotan.
Douglas bares his teeth and growls.
Sit, Douglas.
I have written loneliness in blood, yes, in my heart's blood. It has taken my heart, my light, my liver, and my soul. Prosecute me. Yes, prosecute the poor, tormented thousands. I will stand for all of them. I will stand in the dock and say, yes, I am an invert. Do with me what you will. I'll plead for the accursed and the afflicted. We will not be condemned for that which God has made us. I said sit.
Suckle on the teat of turpitude.
I said sit.
You cannot silence me. I will have my day in court, and I will be heard.
Madam, you are immoral.
Madam, sir, which, monocle, catamite?
Not catamite, not I. A catamite is the invert's mate.
Lady Una Trowbridge.
Lady Una is no catamite. You will not besmirch milady's name.
You and she notorious. Your filthy practices, headlines in the papers. Lesbians were on the tongue of every woman in London.
Should have barred them.
Almost did. House of Lords wouldn't have it. Thought it would give women dangerous ideas, and now this vile obscenity tries to do the same.
Truth must not be feared. It must be fought for with a strong desire for justice.
I am the Home Secretary. What have I to do with justice?
Unmitigated filth.
How can it be filth? It costs 15 shillings to keep it from the hands of chambermaids and those in search of cheap sensation.
Immoral earnings, literary whore.
My thoughts were on higher things. You could tell from the plain back blinding. You Philistine, but I can bear it. The shoulders of the inert must be broad to face the half calumny of the world.
You will have all the calumny your twisted soul desires if I can have my way.
Do your worst. Prosecute me.
A clap of thunder. In silhouette, Compton Mackenzie, another ridiculously melodramatic figure in cloak and broad-brimmed hat. It is a bit like the knocking of the commendatore at the end of Don Giovanni.
Prosecute me. Prosecute me.
Me.
Who, sir, are you?
Edward Montague Compton Mackenzie, OBE, Legion d'Honneur, Serbian Order of the White Eagle, Greek Order of the Redeemer, Master Spy, War Hero, novelist and historian, founder editor of the Gramophone magazine, founder too of the National Party of Scotland, president of the Siamese Cat Club.
Quiet, Wotan. He does what when you mention cats.
A journalist, a billiards player, master of the croquet mallet, island owner, follower of West Bromwich Albion.
What is...
West Bromwich Albion? I love it for the name. You know me, James, of course. I've worked for you down the years.
Mackenzie, by jolly.
You work for that thing?
A man has to live, John. It's very fine for you with your enormous trust fund, your retinue of servants, your regular dividends. You can afford the luxury of writing as and when. I have massive debts. I have just to maintain. An island costs a lot, you know. I have an independent wife who likes to travel.
Is Faith. I saw her in Capri with Romani Brooks.
I have to write for Douglas or anyone, a jobbing hack, that's me. I write my way out of debt. 15 novels since the war, 2 a year. I'll be clear by 1930. See my latest?
He flourishes it under the nose of Douglas and Jix.
Extraordinary women. Smell the scent of sappho, the intermingled perfumes of lesbians in love.
He inhales deeply. Douglas and Jix recoil in horror.
So, prosecute it. I'd love to have the chance to cross-examine you in court. Show you up for the self-righteous humbugs that you are. Besides, the public needs a laugh.
A malicious work. It dares to treat the invert as a joke.
It treats life as a joke. That is what a comic novel does.
You trample my desires in the dust.
Your self-indulgence, rather. John, be reasonable. You don't need publicity, but I do. You can afford to take your time. I can't. Look how long your damn book is. 512 pages. And mine, a mere 240. You can have the extra pages, the double length and more, because you have £5,000 a year of unearned income. Prosecute me, I beg you. I need the money. Why should she get all the glory, all the fun? All that martyrdom will turn her head and make her even more impossible. You're making sure her sickly guff will never be forgotten.
And quite right too. It is a work of genius.
It is tedious and absolutely humorless.
Kill, Wotan, kill.
They both look at the dog, which of course stays still.
Mr. Mackenzie,
Compton, please.
your book is not incitement to go in for this practice.
You make it sound like macrame or contract bridge.
Whereas I am not ashamed of it. It was the best part of myself.
As a man loves a woman.
Loves a woman. That was
how I loved.
I loved.
I wanted to
give all I had in me to give. It made me feel strong. So
strong. And gentle. It was good.
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 Good. Good.
There, did you hear those goods? 3 of them. Good 3 times. And no shame.
You insulted what to me is natural and sacred. Natural? Sacred? You glorify obscene perversion.
Inversion.
Any version, it's still obscene.
The only thing obscene is the idea that a woman rolling in money with a country estate who rides and hunts and treats her servants badly, doing whatever she damn well likes, is one of the rejected of the Lord. Try telling that to my compatriots in the Gorbals tenemented slums.
She is an instrument of corruption.
Where Radcliffe Hall leads, others will follow.
How can she lead girls astray, giving her heroine such a rotten time? Here, she describes her kind. Listen, a miserable army, despised of the world, who must despise themselves beyond all hope of salvation, with those hunted yet tormented eyes of the invert.
Magnificent. So powerful. Sometimes I can move myself to tears. See, even Wotan stirred.
The dog must be a literary critic. There are so many of us with no right to love, maimed, hideously maimed and ugly. Is that you, John? You hideously maimed and ugly?
I am maimed inside for lack of love.
I think your Una might think otherwise, and all the others you seduced. In truth, you know exactly who you are and what you want, and nothing ever stops you getting it. You're nothing but a spoilt brat.
Did you hear this, Wotan?
A middle-aged brat.
Oh, the coarse, the cruel barbs.
Wotan growls. Mackenzie threatens to kick him. Hall intervenes.
Strike not the poor defenceless brute.
Jenks, can't you see? John is on your side. It's a warning to young normal girls. John, read the last page if you're so proud of it.
I do not need to read. Who were they, these strangers, with the miserable eyes, the marred and ghastly faces, with the glassy, melancholy eyes of the invert? Stephen, speak with your God. Ask why he has left us forsaken. Rockets of pain, all welded in some great consuming agony. God, rise up, she gasped. Rise up and defend us. Acknowledge us before the world. Give us too the right to our existence.
Right? What right do devils have?
Zero tolerance, now and always.
You are made for one another, you and Hall. This is utterly conventional. I, by contrast, have real lesbians.
What do you know of lesbians?
My wife's a lesbian. Romaine Brooks had an affair with her.
Romaine has affairs with everyone, with anyone who's anyone.
My wife is always generous with her affections, especially in the arts. There was a Roman pianist as well.
Aren't you jealous?
What would be the point? We are still good friends, and friendship would last longer far than passion.
I'd kill my Una if I found her out.
Jealousy cements a marriage.
See what I mean? Utterly conventional, the pair of you. And what of your own adventures?
That's different. I'm an artist.
You are in my book, with Romaine and Ethel Smythe. All your set from Paris and Capri, and you are real and you are funny.
Perversion is no laughing matter.
Yeah.
You know not how to laugh. If you smiled, your faces all would crack.
Inverts earn respect, not laughs, through their never-ending misery.
My lesbians have no never-ending misery. Misery is dispelled by life, love, laughter, a fine meal, and rare vintage. I'll show you.
He hands Hall a copy of Extraordinary Women.
You are Rory, bowler hat and monocle.
I've never worn a monocle.
Trains female boxers and breeds bulldogs.
Passions.
Artistic license. And here you are, deserted by your lover.
Deserted? Me? The idea.
Deserted on Capri, sitting in the debris of the villa where both of you were going to live and eating a cheese sandwich.
No proper picnic basket.
You watch the turquoise sea across the bay. You breathe the pine-filled air and soothe your bruised affections. The sun beats down the rocks. The wave beat on the shore. Now, go from there.
The beauty of the view, pines and sun and sea, erased all thoughts of land and home. One was not English. One was not in the world. All one had was the eternal present, suspended here in time. The windless gold of this October day diffused a richer peace, deep in the eternal now, billowed on a muted murmur of late industrious bees. All are as one now, roses and lovers. The ache of disappointed love fades into the distance, like a boat heading to the far horizon. Love is a folly, resting with the other follies of 1,000 years. Here, now she was complete, secure herself, settled on a warm rock with bread and cheese. Only one thing did she lack, a cup of tea. She ached for tea. An ordinary woman longed for tea, all over England at this very time. And as for love, she did not give a fig. It was gone or not.
You see, as ordinary women longed for tea, she shares her thirst with ordinary women.
Where's the grand passion? Where's the true and faithful love?
You cannot stand the thought that you are normal. You need the sting of martyrdom to sanction your existence.
You read that very prettily, Miss Hall. Nothing to offend at all. Not perverse, only eccentric.
You miss the point completely. My lesbian, with her wealthy, healthy sanity, her truly English sanity, may lose her love, but yet still need her tea. This is not a tortured sapphic, but a woman who can love, yet live with lots of love. There is nothing strange about her or others like her, but what is forced on them by Jinks and Douglas and their ilk. They live, they laugh, they love, and when they love, what fools these mortals be.
I am made immortal by my love.
In perpetual opposition.
A love never to be countenanced.
Outcast.
Where is your ease? Where is your joy in life?
I desire no joy if I have my love.
But love is a joy, and joy the goal of all, the right of all. You shall have it.
Not while I live.
Nor me.
If you accept that all are similar, men and women, except for the trifling object of their love.
Never.
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 The three of you agree, then? She is monstrous strange?
I shall be strange if I want, but I shall be accepted.
That is but grudging toleration. I am the true revolutionary. I draw the women in every lesbian and the lesbian in every woman. I say again, prosecute me.
No, no, me. I have the right to martyr them.
Who wants to follow you to misery? Follow me to delight. Prosecute me. Prosecute us both. That's only fair. What sauce for the goose?
You have not the foul, sweet odour of corruption and decay. I open up the well of loneliness to the stench of rotting orchids.
Smells the smell of incense. My work is religious.
Not smell, stench.
Stench of wild.
Inch? You know nothing. You wave a stick at demons of your own devising. I knew Oscar's chums when I was a schoolboy. The smell was all geranium and rose, lavender and jasmine. Mouchoir de Monsieur by Guerlain. I smell it yet, the scent of Oscar's dazzling friends, Reggie Turner, Robbie Ross, and Bosie.
Bosie, Douglas, oh the shame. On the name of Douglas, I blush to share his care.
I remember bright lights and brighter laughter, beautiful clothes, rich damask waistcoats, silken ties with shining diamond pins, gold-topped canes, signet rings, sparkling jewels, with sparkling wit to match.
We were seduced.
Such men are always on the prowl for youths they can corrupt.
No, not corrupted, enchanted, by a world beyond my school, by the possibilities of pleasure.
Debauched.
Pleasure, indeed. Who ever heard of such a thing?
No one laid a hand on me. Robbie said to Reggie, "You and I cannot compete with nymphs." When I showed that I was not, in the parlance of the times, so, Bosie thought me serious. When he took me out to dinner in the halls, he listened to my pushy, flashy talk, pompous beyond my 16 years, as if I was important. He made me feel I was a man. Think of Oscar's circle. One word comes to mind, foreign to you both, I'm sure. That word is kindness.
Kindness.
Kindness? You can seduce with kindness.
You have a dirty mind.
So will you prosecute? Prosecute us both.
Yes, prosecute. Let's all appear at the Theatre of Boulevard Comedy, known as the Old Bailey. I will play Harlequin to John's Columbine, and you can be the fools, the old man Pantaloon and the clown.
You, Miss Hall, will bring the nation's motherhead to barren ruin. The meagre population, depleted by the late war and the Spanish influenza, never can replenish while women worship at the shrine of the clitoris.
Pantaloon indeed.
But hang on, Jinx, a moment. Think.
I'll make sure that you both end up in prison and imitate your idol, Oscar Wilde.
Wait, what if they win?
How can they win when I have charged them this sink of sinfulness, this barrel of baseness? I say that they are guilty, and I am never wrong.
Jury may not think. Jury is unreliable.
They will do what the Sunday Express tells them they should do.
Juries may not read the Sunday Express. Leckaday, leckaday.
Really?
Not everybody does.
I had no idea.
If they read the Telegraph, the Telegraph said a work of art finally conceived and finally written.
My book, not yours.
Are there pansies, even at the Telegraph? What is the world coming to?
She might call witnesses. Literary merit.
Literary merit? No, literary magnificence.
All that guff from Freud.
Notable psychological significance. Arnold Bennett.
Another long-haired aesthete.
Are you mad? Bennett writes about the potteries. There are no aesthetes in Stoke-on-Trent.
Can't rely on juries. Besides, they'd have to read the book. Who knows what they'd say? You dare not risk it.
There has to be a way. Keep the author out of court. Oh, where is Mussolini when you need him?
Try the book, not the author.
Seize the books. Destroy the books. That
Wotan
goes
groans.
for dogs as well.
Wotan growls again. Douglas's remarks are punctuated by Wotan barks, so it's two dogs yapping at each other.
Shut up, quiet, Howard Mutt. Disgusting things.
As the author, I have the right.
Authors have no right to eat authors for breakfast.
It's true, he does.
I will destroy the books.
They try to tear the Well of Loneliness to pieces, literally. The action should exactly mirror Mrs. Dalton's attempted destruction of Alfred Douglas's poems in Fishing, which is 2 down the line. Douglas grabs an end of the book. They try to tear it between them, but it's pretty tough.
Obscene libel.
Trial by magistrate.
No jury, just a beak.
A magistrate will order the book to be destroyed.
Bye-bye, no more lesbians. Yeah.
You see, I am indestructible. My work will live forever.
Mac joins in and tries to wrest the book from the other two.
Forget that silk, it's sickly trash. Take mine.
He offers them Extraordinary Women. They look at it for a moment. Douglas sniffs it, then turns back to worrying the Well of Loneliness.
Oh, come on, Jinx, have a heart.
A frivolous and sniggering book does not deserve the honour of a trial. My mind is fixed.
No one's mind's more fixed than yours, that's true.
Gathers dust, remaindered, pulped, and then is quite forgotten. Hail Jinx, who drove the Sapphics out of Britain, made our nation clean again. Clean as in Victoria's day, when family was all.
No, never can rest. Only a battle in the war against the ever-rising tide of filth. Next stop, Lady Chatterley.
He and Douglas rush out, waving the Well of Loneliness.
And so I'll stagger on to one more book to write, one more cause to fight, more adventures and more debt. There's more fun to be having yet. What lacks, eh, Pip? What lacks?
At least you will be free. I will have this weight around my neck. Never, never will I write again.
You're no wilting violet. You'll write again, I guarantee that, and even worse than you did before.
But I have been silenced. I have been torn to shreds.
And you will play it to the hilt, incorrigible ham that you are.
Me? A ham?
Takes one to know one, my dear. John, I wish you joy of your miserable martyrdom. It's not a club I want to join.
Mine will be the name all lesbians know when yours is long forgotten.
I fear you tell the truth.
Douglas and Jix join in off stage to turn this into a quartet.
That's the way that we'll finesse it. As a book, we can suppress it.
And that's how we'll insist
that lesbians don't exist.
I have my purpose to fulfill. I must defy the world. I'll show the young and scared much can be done if much is dared.
For life is fun, whoever you may love. Life is fun, whatever knocks you back. Life is fun. Grab it while it's nigh. Don't let it pass you by. Grab the fruit and suck its juices dry.
Slow fade to blackout.